It's all camouflage like the devil in guns.
You will never see it coming.
It's not about some fancy opinion on a stage. What can be unburdened by what has been. What else do we know about this population, 18 through 24? They are stupid. That is why we put them in dormitories, and they have a resident assistant. They make really bad decisions. I just have to say I love Gen Z, by the way. I think it's a spectacular generation.
And it's weird, though, to see everybody in agreement about their candidate. The less you see of her, the better. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. They're not even hiding the fact that they need to hide her.
And is that a socialist or progressive perspective?
No. Who also, you know, likes hip hop? Like, what do you want to know?
And then, best rapper alive.
Tupac.
He's not alive. You say he lives on.
But not a lot. I know. I keep doing that.
You said, listen, West Coast girls think Tupac lives on. I'm with you. I'm with you. So Tupac, keep going.
I keep doing that. Who would I say? I mean, there's so many. I mean, you know, there are some that I would not mention right now because they should stay in their lane. But others, I
don't know what that means. I want to know who one of those are.
Keep going. Keep moving.
Okay, all
Keep
right.
moving, Angela.
All right. That was not supposed to be a stumper either.
You know, theater, ballet, listen to different types of music, songs that became the soundtrack to my life.
And is that a socialist or progressive perspective?
No.
It's not no socialite, more like socialist. It's not no socialist, more like socialite.
it's not a campaign. It's a coming out party, and she's the debutante. So they're gonna send out the Evites. You know, they're gonna tell you what to wear.
I spent my entire career standing mostly in a courtroom speaking 5 words, Kamala Harris for the people. And it was about all the people, regardless of their race, regardless of their gender, regardless of where they live geographically.
Kamala Harris went from Willie Brown's plaything to Attorney General, some sort of prosecutor in San Francisco or in the Bay Area, to senator, to VP candidate.
Willie Brown, former mayor of San Francisco, California Assembly Speaker.
Whether he's playing boss dice from the prized window seat at Le Central,
the enclosed deck,
holding court at John's Grill, one of the oldest restaurants in the city, or being serenaded at Chief Sullivan's in North Beach, Willie Brown is a force of nature, unstoppable.
As a prosecutor, I specialized in cases involving sexual abuse.
Willie Brown's unprecedented success is a long way from his childhood in tiny Mineola, Texas. At the age of 17, virtually penniless, he came to San Francisco to live with his uncle, doing odd jobs, driving a cab, or working as a janitor. He went to law school, got admitted to the state bar,
and to have the nation acknowledge the racism which does in fact exist,
and was then elected to the California State Assembly, where he served for 30 years.
Yes, sir.
Roughly half that time as the first black speaker of the Assembly. Brown was then elected mayor of San Francisco. That's Kamala Harris at his side.
Always good to talk to you, and so I first got to ask you this. So I saw your piece where you talked about once dating Senator Kamala Harris, and people were really upset with you for even writing that. Why did you decide to do that?
Well, let me tell you. 8, 9 different folk from the world of the media had called to ask me. We saw your picture here. You were in the LA Times. You were at the Academy Awards, and each time it was you and Kamala Harris, who is now married to someone, and whom you clearly must have had some relationship with. So, of course, I dated Miss Harris, 25, 30 years ago. And so what? What does that got to do with anything? They said, well, you know, it's an issue. I said, well, fine. It's an issue, and it'll be out of the way long before you look at the incredible qualifications of this great potential president of these United States, period. That's why I did it. I did it to get it out of the way.
You know, as many of you know, before I was elected as vice president, before I was elected as United States Senator, I was the elected Attorney General, as I've mentioned, of California, and before that I was a courtroom prosecutor. In those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds.
And so did you give her a heads up that, hey, Senator, I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. People are asking me, and I can just knock it out of the way?
No, let me tell you, I didn't have to give a heads up. The New York Times gave a heads up. New York Times printed, one of those places printed a story, and the story was inaccurate, period. And when she was apparently approached, she had no comment. Well, you know, no comment is bullshit for me.
Predators who abused women. Cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.